now I'm snapping as a python. Had to rise up to the horizon. Use my words.
Let's bring out the starting five for your Sacramento Kings. Half point, 6 feet 4 inches. Number 23. At the power forward position, standing 6'8", number 13, Keegan. The other forward position, at 6'6", number 10, DeMar. The underdog, 6 feet 7 inches, number 24, Brandon Miller. Starting at center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 11,
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Portland, and they'll be taking on the Trailblazers. And then on Monday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Avdia out there with Adebayo. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's Duran. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for the Kings, the post pair form will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Brandon Miller. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Takes it inside and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
That's on Jalen Duran.
Well, that's the attacking style of DeMar DeRozan. It's why he gets to the free throw line with such frequency. He's such a hard driver.
And he can't get the first one. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Edwards, no good.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Out to Miller. Fires the 3. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. The Timberwolves have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Tries the spin move. Edwards with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So we'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Duran, no good.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
On the wing, Ellis. Back to DeRozan. Here's Miller. Softly drops in the floater. Miller's got his second bucket tonight.
And that's the elite shot-making skill from Brandon Miller.
Here's DiVincenzo. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Now here's Ellis. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Murray the pass to Sabonis. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Avdia against Miller. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Doris, as we watch Avdia, he's a real threat from the perimeter now.
Yeah, Kevin, he's really good at a lot of different things on the basketball floor. I think the consistency from range wasn't there early, and defenders would give him a cushion. That is no longer the case.
Monk's checked in for Ellis. Ball's checked in for Minnesota.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Ball against Monk. The kick out to Sabonis. Knocks down the 3-ball. Sabonis has got 5.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Adebayo with a screen on Miller. No one near Edwards as he lets it walk. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, in pick-and-roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
Sabonis finds Monk. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Ball with it. Now guarded by Monk. Outside Edwards. Pass to Avdia. Ball's knocked loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis. The Kings making a switch here. Arabia's checked in. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. Alexander Walker comes in for Lonzo Ball. Pass to Monk. Back to Miller. Fires the 3. Duran pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside, Avdia. And here is Duran. And Duran slams it in.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Sabonis feeling it out a bit. And there's the whistle. That goes on Denny Avdia. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Sacramento. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Sabonis. DeRozan comes in for Murray. And it's Carter in for Brandon Miller. Now, here's Monk. 9-point game his last outing. The shot's good from Carter.
I like seeing Monk set his teammates up. A part of this game that I think he's got to continue to improve.
Doughton passes to Champagnie. Adebayo the screen. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
DeRozan inside. Defended by Alexander Walker.
Well, that's really good work inside from DeMar DeRozan. You know, he knows how to get position where a defender is almost forced to foul him.
The Kings have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Ball against Carter. Ball, the pass to Champagnie. At the top of the key, Alexander Walker. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's Sacramento with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Kings?
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
We've got Malik Monk. DeRozan out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Carter. And it's LaRavia in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Sacramento leading by 4. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Off target from three-point range. Here's Alexander Walker. And he lays it straight in. Alexander Walker's got his second basket. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
That is right in his wheelhouse. DeMar DeRozan in the mid-range.
Adebayo with the screen on Carter. Alexander Walker passes to Adebayo. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Sacramento Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Oh, DeMar DeRozan gets off his feet in a hurry. I love it.
And Adebayo throws it down.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against Washington.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Ellis is checked in for Sacramento. And a change for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo's checked in. So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
All right, fans. It's the Sacramento Kings.
Miller's checked in for the Kings. Avdia's checked in for the Timberwolves. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Kings in third.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Miller against Avdia. Miller kicks to Monk. DeRozan scanning the floor. And they double up DeRozan. Back to Monk. Miller outside. 5 to shoot. Valanciunas sets a screen for Miller. Shoots over Avdia. Miller, no luck. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Alexander Walker. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
The Kings have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Now, here's Monk. He's tightly guarded.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Avdia, the pass to Williams. Pass to Adebayo. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Bangs home the try. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 1 now for Minnesota. Monk outside. On the wing, DeRozan. He's guarded by Adebayo. Monk with a screen on Avdia. Here's Miller. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
And it's in there. Avdia's got the lead back up to 1 now for the Timberwolves.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside DeRozan. Back to Monk. It's good from long range. Monk's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Sacramento's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
2 minutes remaining.
Monk, the pass to Valanciunas. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Bam Adebayo. He's coming off an excellent season, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And like you said, one of the better rebounders in the league last season. He displayed a tireless work ethic that I think really rubbed off on the team. Sacramento making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Edwards in for Nickeil Alexander Walker. Miller with the ball. Now Avdia defending. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Sabonis inside. He's against Reed, and that one's good. Ellis.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here's Reed. It's hauled in by the Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Keegan Murray comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Monk. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Minnesota. Bam Adebayo comes in for Reed. Woke loose. And DeRozan kicks to Miller. From past the arc. Avdia with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And it's DeRozan missing.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Left side, Edwards. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. The Kings on top, up 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, DeMontis. This team was efficient in the first half. What's working offensively?
Everyone knew today was going to be a game. We all came out focused and we're playing team basketball. We're sharing the ball, and that's working for us.
You got a lot of weapons there, DeMontis. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter started.
Well, they're not settling for long jumpers. They're getting the ball into the paint. And you know I love that.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you know what? I played with Akeem, too. I liked it.
Now let's take a moment. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half.
He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Avdia. And it's Duren in at the 5, down low.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Here's the teardrop. It counts. And the foul. That one on DeRozan.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Dante DiVincenzo at the line for 1.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Edwards against DeRozan. Ellis outside. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Ellis. DeRozan's got 12.
DeMar DeRozan, like a surgeon on the offensive end, methodical, can pick apart any defense regardless of what you're throwing in his direction.
Avdia out to Edwards. Adebayo with a screen on Murray. Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. And 5th on the list is Sabonis.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Miller dishes to Murray. Ellis the pass to Murray. Ellis kicks to Murray. Red ball movement here by the Kings. And the basket by DeRozan.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Duren finds Edwards. Duren sets the screen for Edwards. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Looking to end his cold spell. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Now it's a 5-point Kings lead. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Duren with a screen on Miller. Avdia on the wing. Here's Duren. Outside Avdia. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And the wide open shot from Reed. Drops in the tray. Reed's got his first 3 points of the game.
This has always been an aspect of Naz Reed's game, the ability to spread the floor from 3.
There's the drive. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Sacramento's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Miller dishes to DeRozan. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. From deep, Ellis. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Avdia. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
Boy, guys, when you think of Denny Avdia, great positional size, versatile on both ends of the floor, and he's unafraid of the big stage.
The first one falls. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Ellis. Timberwolves also changing it up. Bam Adebayo comes in for Naz Reed. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dante DiVincenzo. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Pass to DeRozan. And he uses the glass on the layup. DeRozan's got 8 points in the quarter.
It has been years and years of productivity for DeMar DeRozan on the offensive end. This guy is just so crafted.
Alexander Walker on the wing. And the three ball is good. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 1 now for Minnesota. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Some changes for Minnesota. Robert Williams is checked in for Jalen Duren. Reed comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Avdija. Here's DeRozan. He's got 17. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's Edwards. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both positions. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Player, and he's very good.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Williams sets a screen for Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Stolen by Reed. On the wing, Harris. Timberwolves passing it around. And finished off by Williams.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
DeRozan finds Murray. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. It's tipped and stolen by Murray. And so it's Minnesota headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Timberwolves leading by 7. They've got Jonas Valanciunas, Malik Monk out there with Ellis. And it's Miller, and it's LaRavia in at the power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Well, Avdija plays with such good energy. That by itself sometimes can get you to the foul line.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Avdija.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Ellis against DiVincenzo. Ellis surveying the D. Knocks it loose. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Williams. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And now Sacramento on the break. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Nets the corner three.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
DiVincenzo passes to Avdia. Back to DiVincenzo. Monk against Avdia. Here's Reed. Drills it from outside. Reed's got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that the ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
Timeout, Sacramento.
That's right, crowd. Your 916 crew.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in with what the Kings head coach said to his team. Now, coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. From deep, Ellis buries it from three-point range. Ellis has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Kings.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Sacramento making a switch here. Murray's checked in.
For your Kings, number 13.
Sacramento with the ball. Ellis bounce pass. 1 for 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
That one goes in. And now it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Miller outside. Inside. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Miller.
DeMar DeRozan.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's DeRozan. Great touch on the 16-footer. DeRozan's got 19 points.
Yeah, one of the great mid-range scorers in the game. DeMar DeRozan getting to work.
Here's Avdia. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
It's stolen by DiVincenzo. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Murray, no good. Murray against Adebayo. Outside, Avdia. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
The painted area is not for the faint of heart, and Avdia making some contact happen. I love that.
Brandon Miller, he's checked in for the Kings.
For 2.
Both free throws good from Avdia.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Here's DeRozan. It's tipped. DiVincenzo against Ellis. Pass to Duran. DiVincenzo against Ellis. Adebayo with a screen on Miller. Works it up for Adebayo. That one doesn't drop.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Miller finds DeRozan.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
Adebayo with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up. Here's Edwards driving inside. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Keegan Murray. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Minnesota.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And they've also been scoring on the break, but how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Duren. Reed comes in for Bam Adebayo. Tobias Harris is checked in for Avdia. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dante DiVincenzo.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Timberwolves.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Deni Avdia.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Edwards can't hit. Carter looking around. And then Carter with the jam. And the Timberwolves call time. 34 seconds left in the game.
Dance game time. Get ready, everyone.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Deni Avdia.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Now, here is Smith, rebounded by Valanciunas. Carter outside. Laravia passes to Valanciunas. Here's Laravia, guarded by Harris. Pass to Wiles. Here's Laravia.
Minnesota foul. Jalen Smith. First personal foul. Second team foul.
First one falls for
Sacramento. Laravia. Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. It's stolen by Carter. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was.
I've been waiting for your touch.